Hi! The episode you're about to see follows my journey from just over the border into Switzerland, all the way through Switzerland into Italy and among the Great Lakes of Northern Italy. The reason I'm having to kind of stitch together what I filmed post-production is after what you saw at the end of the last episode, where I pushed my bike up over the mountain pass along the hiking path. I was basically just exhausted, and once I got into Switzerland, it became very difficult to afford the food and rest that I needed, and so as a result I didn't film as much as I should have. So to start off, I camped with Pavel and Mikhail, who I met last night. We had a really cool night together. They gave me some hot water for soup, which meant a lot because I was going quite light and didn't have a stove with me. I'm still packing my stuff, but Paul and Mikhail are ready because they've only got bags, which is easier.
We are leaving, so maybe you will catch us.
Yeah, maybe on the
valley. Yeah,
lower down.
We can grab some beer or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, good journey.
Thank you for the camping.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
And good luck.
See you down.
Yeah, see you down there. Bye bye. Now it feels like Switzerland, now that I can hear these cowbells anywhere you cycle pretty much. I'm going to descend down, hopefully into the valley in the next hour or two. Hopefully I don't melt any more brake pads, and then going up onto another mountain range more into central Switzerland. In the morning there was lots of single track all the way down. I had to dodge early hikers, and I felt guilty that I was actually on a hiking path and shredding it up along with other bike packers who I saw up there. But following that, there was the most amazing descent all the way down into the main valley of the Swiss Alps. Yeah, as I've mentioned before, the roads in Switzerland are incredible, and it was buttery goodness for about 2 hours, completely tucked down without having to pedal or worry about potholes or anything dangerous that could throw me off my bike. Yeah, I'm down in the bottom of the valley. It's summer again, or it feels like it anyway. And I'm gonna continue on and make my way up those mountains where I'll be aiming for Interlaken in central Switzerland, and then I'll do a bit more off-roading, which we'll see how it goes. So my original plan was I would go up and over the central mountain range in Switzerland into Interlaken, a small town that leads to more valleys. The reason being, when I went through Switzerland last time, I went along the southern valley and I wanted to see something new. I went through the valley, still not feeling great, but pushing myself anyway. And once I started the climb, it was really pushing my bike up like this. I was filming a little bit from my chest, but that only shows so much. And an action camera on the chest doesn't really translate steepness, heat, and so on. About halfway up the climb onto the mountain range, a guy who owned a vineyard stopped and we had a small chat. And he told me he's pretty sure that if I go further up the main mountain pass, he said it's likely to be closed because of a landslide a few days before. He wasn't 100% sure though, so he suggested I carry on up and ask maybe a police officer or someone I could find up there who looked official. And this has already planted a seed of doubt, but I decided to keep going anyway, continuing up and over hills until I ended up basically just kind of collapsing at the side of the road. The roads are so steep, and I'm too far from anything else to change the plan, but I just can't do it and I don't know what to do. There's also nowhere to camp nearby. If I was in Italy, I would look for like a paid camping and take it easy for the evening and then feel fresh tomorrow. But for the next 5 days in Switzerland, maybe more, that's just not an option. So I don't know what to do. I just haven't got it in me to do Switzerland. My legs, I've been sitting for like an hour, and I tried to stand up again to continue, and I just almost collapsed. I can't do it anymore. So after about an hour and a half of mild despair, it was going to be alright, I decided to just bite the bullet and pay for an overpriced Swiss camping, and I slept for about 13 hours and felt a lot better the next day. After that, I decided to repeat the route I did last time through Switzerland, as that was the quickest way to get east and then go back into Italy. The idea being that once I got back into Italy, I'd be able to afford camping and lots of nice food and posh bread and so on. But first, before doing that, I had to go over a Simplon pass. As I'm making my way through the valley that I cycled through a couple of years ago, my mapping is basically taking me along the exact same route, and I'm recognizing places that I've camped or things I remember seeing. And this was somewhere just behind this like mountain defense, boulder defense thing. I camped here a couple of times while I had bike trouble a couple of years ago. Let's see if it's still campable. It's early in the day, so I don't need to camp yet, but oh yeah, very nice camp spot. It's only like 1 o'clock, so if I keep at this pace, I might even make it to the start of the Italian mountain pass today. just come off the road. I think I've found somewhere to camp. I haven't set up yet, I'm waiting for the darkness because there's still a few people around. But yeah, I'm in Italy. That last descent from Switzerland was insane, incredible. I think all the descents I did in Switzerland actually were incredible. I can't think of a better cycling country, and I'm a bit sad to leave, but I couldn't afford to spend so much on food there. So I'm in Italy now. The roads are a lot worse, and I was actually looking for a paid camping tomorrow night to kind of treat myself, and I've seen that it's about a third more expensive than Switzerland around here. So I basically came over the border for almost no reason. At least I could spend euros here, and that supermarkets will be cheaper, but I can't justify 30 euros on one night in a tent. It's insane. I'm gonna set up soonish, and then I've got no food left, so I'm gonna just try and go to sleep quickly and then have a big breakfast at Lidl tomorrow. So I continued forward. The nice parts were very nice. I went around lakes, over lakes, I swam in lakes. One of the best plus sides alongside eating well is that the people were very, very friendly. Even though not many people spoke English, obviously it's Italy, I can't expect that, but I had many broken conversations with me speaking very basic Spanish and interjecting what Italian words I know. Tu casa es aquí? Oh, bellissimo. And so on. And lots of people were very interested in the bike and were, very inquisitive, and it made a very nice it made it a very nice time, let's say. I'm at a camping picnic area. I've just walked about an hour up a mountain from the lake floor because the lake was all like full camping and like other tourist infrastructure, but this area can be very much seen from the road, so I'm having a quick look to see if there's any flat land higher up, perhaps. This is not going to fit a tent. Oh, now down here maybe. Okay. I'll wait for it to get a bit darker. I was just on the road and I was looking for a known camp spot, and someone suggested like a car park over there, and I went down and it was just a car park right next to the road, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so there's a lake down there and I cycled all the way around, and I see here there's like a quarry stone yard thing, and I thought, oh shit, it's going to be there's going to be nowhere to camp because there's going to be like dudes coming to work early. That still might be the case, but I then came across this picnic area, and as you can tell by all the crap others have left behind, people have been camping here before. You can also tell by the shitty toilet paper that people like to leave behind. If you camp in a place like this and you need nature calls, don't use wet wipes. Use normal paper and then set fire to the toilet paper. Be really careful, obviously, don't start a fire. But then, yeah, that's the least polluting way. And try and hide your log somewhere. If you can, dig a hole. If it's ground like this, you can't really dig a hole in that. So walk up somewhere here, or grab a big boulder and then place it on. Anyway, enough about poo-poo. Hopefully no one finds me here, and I'm gonna set up the tent, and then I'm off tomorrow to tackle one of the bigger mountain passes in the Dolomites. And yeah, that's it for this evening. Maybe I can get a small view of the lake, and then I'll just chill and wait for the sun to go down, and then I can set up. Any blue lake here? Oh yeah, I bet. Okay. Catch you in the next one. While we're here at the end, thank you for watching up until this point. We've started a Patreon. I know that every YouTuber and their auntie has a Patreon these days. There's no pressure, but if you want to get extra bits of me, I don't know why you would want that, but it's there if you want it. I'm going to be making extra weekly content along with other benefits, like being able to see my location and access to my online diary and so on. And if you pay on the top tier, I'll even send you a postcard every few months. No pressure, that's there. The link's below. And despite just mentioning Patreon, a bigger priority is that we were collecting for a rainforest conservation charity. Unfortunately, the charity we were collecting for, when people were donating, they had a problem that it was very difficult to donate to, and as a result they've completely overhauled their system, which is good. However, a byproduct of that is that our record of how much we've donated has completely gone, and it hasn't been updated to the new system. This is a small annoyance, but it's still quite annoying. And aside from that, although I think there's a lot of value in working to preserve existing rainforest, I think as we saw in Brazil with the Bolsonaro dude, when you're working to preserve rainforest in, let's say, politically spicy countries, you're always at the mercy of whoever's leading the country there. Nadia and I have talked about this, and I think we both see more value in collecting instead for a charity who plants new trees in countries who are more reliable, let's say. That has the added benefit of most of these charities having a promise like, we will plant one tree per $1 or £1 or whatever they're collecting in. So that makes it far more direct in imagining someone donates $10, that is 10 trees, easy. As opposed to a more, let's say, vague system of the charity we were collecting for before. We are still doing research. By the time this comes out, we have decided we will be collecting for this charity. Obviously no pressure, and yeah, it's the option's there. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. And I hope you didn't mind a whole 5 to 8 minutes of e-begging at the end. Yeah, the next episode I'll be in the Dolomites, and then after that, in real life, we're planning to go back out on the bikes very shortly, and you'll see what happens then. Thanks again, and to play us out, here is some random footage that I haven't chosen yet. Bye!